Good morning, guys. Happy Thursday. A lot happened in the market this morning. We have some gap ups, we have some gap downs. But either way, we got news that came out this morning. So I always say you have to pay attention to news, right? So before anything, let me do this right here. Before anything, before I go into anything, I'm gonna say, like I always say, I gotta give God all the glory and all the thanks for waking me up this morning, and give me the ability to trade and help people make money as well. I'm here with my beautiful wife, so I'm always grateful and thankful for having somebody that's here that does the same thing that I do and love doing the same thing that I do. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the charts, share my charts with you guys, and then for right here, oh, my speaker is off.
Yeah, they could probably still hear you, but I'm just telling you.
Oh, why is this on? It's not plugged in. Can you plug it in for me?
Yeah.
So right now we're gonna go over. I'm gonna show you guys what happened as far as news. We have news today, right? And unemployment numbers. Why is this red? Oh, unemployment is up more. Okay, so unemployment is up more than it should. Okay, then we have news at 10 o'clock. Now, because unemployment is up more than it should, we might have a pullback in the market. Okay, so be careful with that. I always say when the market is green, when we have unemployment and it's green, there's an 80% chance that we're gonna have a green. To pay attention, you might have a pullback in the beginning, but pay attention to that. Today, like I told you guys earlier in the week, I was bullish on Adobe. Adobe gapped up. Adobe hit target, the first target yesterday. We made money on Adobe earlier this week, so that was good. Um, right now, Adobe gapped up, so we're gonna wait for the gaps. Apple has earnings today, so we have to be careful and be mindful of Apple. A lot of things gap up this morning, guys. So, like I said, just be careful when you trade in today. I don't like trading gaps. You guys should know that I don't like trading gaps, and everything gapped up from yesterday. Okay, so one of the things is you got to be patient when you're trading. So BA looks good to the upside. Let me look at the weekly. Yeah, BA definitely looked good. BA hit target though. BA hit target right here. That's the first target it hit and it reject. So a break above 183, what's this high? A break above 184.53, then our next target is gonna be the 200 at 187.92. That's gonna be our next target if BA breaks. Okay. Watch for the stock to come back in. Like I said, the unemployment numbers weren't that good. So we might see a red day on here. Okay. Coin is to the upside. And then remember, guys, today's a new month. Okay. So remember, today's a new month.
Have you looked at snow lately?
Snow. Snow gapped up $7.
You did?
Yeah.
What
I
were you
mean,
looking at Palantir too? I remember you talking about that.
make sure we Google. I knew Google was gonna gap up based on this candle right here. Um, let's see on Google right here. I like where Google is sitting. I like where Google is sitting. I want it to come down though and test this 200 right here. Come down and test the 200, bounce back up, and then we'll be good. Same with GS. GS is sitting on the 200. We have a lot of tests with GS at the 200. There's Google coming back in, like I said. Oh, Mara is good. I like Mara. Mara gapped up though. Mara gapped up. Be patient, guys. Just be patient with your trades. Okay. Like I said, I always wait for the first 15 minutes before anything.
Yeah, don't force it.
Be patient.
You ain't trying to be in a mixy play.
Ooh, look at Microsoft. Microsoft. Hmm. Hmm. Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Again, everything gapped up, guys. So, and like I said, with today, the unemployment numbers weren't good.
We're just gonna wait for the first 15. You can take some from there.
Oh, Tesla's
Oh,
a call.
Tesla.
I like Tesla. I like Tesla to the upside, guys.
See, let me look at their contracts.
Oh, I like Tesla to the upside. Target on Tesla is gonna be 92. Yeah, I like Tesla. Let me see the 15-minute.
You want Tesla?
Where's the 5-minute on this? All right, Google went and tested 200, guys, like I said, and bounced off the 200. So if you see that, Google went and tested 200, bounced off the 200. So I'm watching Google right now. Tesla is bullish to the upside. So Tesla looks good to the upside. I'm just waiting right here. Again, being patient counts. So on Tesla, Tesla already break to the upside with a target. On the daily, we have a target on Tesla of the 200, which is going to be right at 292. So that's going to be a target for Tesla, but I'll wait for the first 15 minutes before I jump in. Want to see a retracement back on Tesla, or with this 5-minute right here, if this 5-minute closes like this, what I'll do is I'll wait for the next 5-minute to come in, break this 5-minute high. If it closes like this, meaning the candle closes red, break the 5-minute high, and then I'll take it up. This call that I will do is probably gonna be a 5-minute trade. Okay. This is gonna be within 5 minutes. This trade will be within 5 minutes. I'll be trimming some within that 5 minute time frame. So I like Tesla, like I said right now. Um, sorry. Google is looking good as well. I like how Google looks. Like I said, I wanted to come down. It actually did already, so it came down and test at 200. So because it came down and test at 200, it's right at a pivotal spot right there. Let me look at the weekly. Yeah, the weekly, we're outside of this right here. So we can't push up back up to the top. We bounced right off of VWAP on the week, guys. So that was a good area right there. So all right, 5 minutes about to close on Tesla in 30 seconds. Okay. So a break of this 5 minute candle and I'll be in calls. A break of the 5 minute candle. So a break of the day high that it has right now, and I'll jump into calls. If not, then I'll wait. Man, I feel like I need more screen. If you guys are just joining in, I haven't got into anything yet. Right now, I'm looking at Google and I'm looking at Tesla. Okay. Google is looking good. Actually, let me go down to the lower time frame for Google. What do you think, babe?
Which one? The pop up?
Yeah, for the pop up on Google. On Google, if Google breaks right here, then we have a reversal to the upside, keeping it at the day low. Also watching Tesla. But I'd rather be patient on Google. That would have been that would be a good move, but I would be patient. Being patient is okay. Being patient here, guys. So again, numbers came out, and I think numbers are coming out again. There's news coming out at 10 o'clock. There's actually news coming out in the next 3 minutes as well. This news is not going to be as important if you look at my folder. It's there. But when you see the red folders, then those red folders can impact the market. Okay, so you want to pay attention to those. All right, so Tesla is breaking down. Tesla is breaking back down. Did Tesla gap up? Tesla didn't gap up. Kind of like Tesla right here, you know. It's right at VWAP on the 5. Oh, wait, though. Let me see where it is on the 15. Okay. So here on the 15, 200. All right. Okay. I like this. I like this on the 15. I like this on the 15. All right. So Google is breaking down, guys. That's why I said sometimes you have to be patient and wait. Google is breaking down. So there it go, hitting on the 15 right there. We want to see a bounce off the 15. So we want to see a bounce off the 15 and then 15 come in, break that one. So that's what we're looking for on Google to do a Google call. Apart from that, I I like Tesla to the upside, but I'm gonna wait for this candle to end. We have 1 minute and 30 seconds left in this candle. Tesla earnings. Let me see. Tesla already had earnings. Weekly. Yeah, weekly already broke to the upside. We could come back down. Look at the monthly. Yeah, I like how the monthly looks.
Inside.
It's an inside bar, but I like how the monthly looks.
To
Even
push
if
up
it
because
goes,
it
yeah,
didn't get to VWAP yet.
yeah, I like how monthly looks. This is a nice support area. That's yesterday's high for Google. We're closing below the 200. No, we're
We
still
got
above
40
200.
seconds left. I'm gonna see how this play out for the next 40 seconds.
Actually, I'm gonna go on the lower time frame right here. See that bounce right there? That's what I'm saying. That's what I wanted.
That's what you wanted to get?
Yeah, right here on the view up on the 5 minute.
Or you want to wait?
I'm gonna wait at this point. We got 17 minutes left. I'm looking for
seconds.
17 seconds left. So what I'm looking for on thing right now, I want a pullback on the next 5 minutes. So in the next 7 minutes, we're gonna have a new 5 minute. I want a pullback and then a break of the 5 minute, right? Typically, I'll look for, so right here, I want it to come down. If it doesn't come down, it's fine. A break of this 5 minute and I'll jump into calls. I would rather it push down though. I want it to come down. I want it to come down and test VWAP again. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna jump into some calls, some Tesla calls right here.
All right, we're in 287.50 Tesla calls.
287.50 Tesla calls. My target on Tesla is 292. Yeah, my target on Tesla is 292, right? Right at the 200 is gonna be my target on Tesla. I like Google where it's at too.
You on Google? But its VWAP is right.
VWAP is right there, but
because could it reject?
I'm looking for the bounce. The on Google, my stop would be the bottom of this candle right here on Google. Let's see what Google already pushed up. Man, I really like Google where it was. All right, test this right here.
You can still do it.
All right, guys. So if you're just joining me right now, I'm in Google calls. Okay. Sorry, not Google calls. Tesla. I'm in Tesla calls right now. I'm in 275.50, 287.50 calls.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. So I'm watching Google as well. I liked Google where it was at the bottom because it bounced off my line. It bounced off of yesterday's support line, which is yesterday's high. So it kept yesterday's high as support, which was a level that I liked. I said earlier, I wanted it to bounce right here, come down to test the 200, bounce off of 200, then come in and break day high. Right now, we're in an inside bar. So in a sense, we still can reject because VWAP is right here. So right now, I'm still iffy on Google. I'm bullish on Google, but I want to see a confirmation. I'm not only looking at the 200. We might have an inside bar this whole time for the next 11 minutes, right? We have news coming out at 10 o'clock. So we have important news coming out at 10 o'clock. So with that, we could play the inside bar right now. And then afterwards, the next candle that comes in, a break of the high or a break of the low will tell me that it'll go down. I don't like Google to the downside because we're still sitting on a 200 right here. So if I take it on the break of this low, I'm still sitting at support on the 200. So in a sense, I'll probably kick myself and be like, why am I shorting this when it's sitting on the 200? All right. So I'm looking for Google more to the upside than the downside.
Oh yeah.
Hmm? Oh, yeah. So let me know what charts you guys are looking at. Let me know what charts you guys are looking at as well. Um, if you've taken any trades so far, like I said, with the news that came out, some of it gap up. Apple, I was watching Apple. Apple is pushing up right now. Apple had gap down. Apple have earnings tomorrow. So Apple pushed up right off the open. Apple pushed up, right? Didn't break yesterday's high yet, but Apple pushed up. I think Apple still can push because we have earnings. This is a 3-1, so it's an inside bar. So a lot of times it's like you could play the earnings before, but I'm not playing earnings, meaning, all right, do I think Apple is go back up for earnings? I think Apple is gonna push up for earnings. I think Apple will gap up for earnings. But we'll see. A trade that I did earlier this week that's looking good still is Adobe. Okay. So Adobe is still looking good as far as being bullish. A break of 180, basically a break
Three.
of one. Sorry, not 180, but a break of 380, and then we could push more. Okay. The next target on that, if we break 380, is gonna be 385. I think I had said that earlier this week as well.
Yeah, you did.
So we played Adobe on Monday. Did good on Adobe on Monday. So today, Adobe's pushing up again. I said my first target on Adobe. Let me go to the day chart. First target on Adobe was 74, 374.50, which it hit right here. And if you notice, look what it did. The candle came down here, bounced right off of 374 and pop up. Okay. So your resistance level now becomes support level. So those are things that you have to pay attention to as well. Because resistance, at some point, the resistance level, once you break through the resistance, that resistance is now going to become support. So we're seeing that resistance becoming support. And then the push up now is going to be, once it break that 380, we're going to see 385 followed by uh we might have something right here at, let me put my lines right here. So we might have something right here but 388 and then 390. So I can't take all the trades, guys. I don't trade more than 2 to 3 trades per day. So when I give those out, if you're watching, if you're saying, listen, you know what, I can't trade Adobe because of the contracts, then maybe you could look at Google, because Google contracts will be a little bit less, right? Google contracts will be a little bit less. But if you notice, Google came up just like I said, and we're gonna play around in this area. So that's why I don't want to touch Google yet. We're gonna play around in this area for the next 8 minutes, for the next 5 minutes. We have 5 minutes left right here. Okay. So because we have 5 minutes left, we could drop back down or we could pop up. A break above this current 15 I, we're gonna push. A break below this current 15 high, current 15 low, then we could drop. I don't like it though because we're sitting above the 200. So I don't like it. Okay. And we use yesterday's low, yesterday's high as support. So I don't really like it. Now, unemployment came out and unemployment numbers are are bad. Okay. So when unemployment numbers are bad, meaning we have more unemployment than expected, then you normally see a drop in the market. Okay. SPY, you'll normally see a drop in SPY. But if you have lower unemployment, so the numbers come out good, the numbers are green, you have a high chance that SPY will be green that day. You have an 80% chance. I've been watching it. Go back, do your back testing, do your studies, do whatever you want to do. But that's what I've observed over the time. Now, what I'm currently in, I'm in Tesla calls right now. I'm in Tesla calls because it broke to the upside. It's a 2-2 reversal on the upside. It broke yesterday's high. So the target for me right now is gonna be, sorry, this is that. The target for me right now is gonna be 292, like I said. So 292 is gonna be my target for Tesla. Let me see if anything coincide with SPY. First, let me look at Microsoft. Microsoft had earnings yesterday, I believe, right? Yeah, Microsoft had earnings yesterday. So huge gap up right there. So on SPY right now, on SPY, we're just consolidating right in here. So again, look at SPY. So with SPY, we're in, just to let you know right here, SPY is lining up with the numbers that I'm talking about. Now we have numbers coming out in the next couple minutes. We have news coming out in the next couple minutes. So with this, SPY, remember the numbers are as far as unemployment was bad. So in a sense, we should have a red day. Okay. If the numbers come out bad on the other one, we should have a red day. With that said, a break below this 15, SPY is gonna drop. So a break below this 15, then at a break below 559.95. If we stay just like this, I would like to see the candle just like this and not drop anymore. But a break below this low, then we're gonna test previous day low at 558.96. All right. So if you guys are chiming in, I'm trading options. I'm not trading futures. I'm not trading Forex. I'm trading options right now. So still in my Tesla calls. I'm still in my Tesla calls. Got 1 minute left, guys, before 10 o'clock. 1 minute left before news comes in. Okay. So news comes in at 10 o'clock, and we're gonna have uh ISM manufacturer PMI. So less than a minute. No, I got that text on. I've been getting those texts.
Is it personal? Home?
It's personal.
No, I was gonna say it was a personal home they're looking for.
No.
Oh.
So SPY is dropping right now. Look at that push. Got a big push on SPY. The news came out. So let's see. Volatility right now. There's a lot of volatility right now.
They say the news is
All right. So the numbers came out good for the manufacturing PMI. The numbers came out good for that. Their forecast was 48 and it's 48.7. Numbers is off for manufacturing prices, and construction spending is down. Sheesh. All right, let's see what happens right here. Remember, watch Google. Let me go back to Google. All right, Google is breaking down right here. Everything is breaking down. See where Google is hitting right now? Google is hitting on yesterday's high. So it's like, that's why I said I don't like it where it is. Even though it's giving me a setup to go down, there's sometimes where you just don't take a trade. If you see certain things there, yeah, it's giving me a 3-1 setup, but where it's sitting at, it's yesterday's high. It's sitting at support. So at that point,
and it's close for target.
yeah.
On a 15.
Kind of like Google right here, for a call. Risk what? 30 cents. With the break of this, you cut it. And the other one.
Oh. Where's Google?
All right, so Google used this line as support for the last 3 15-minute candles. Let me go on a smaller time frame. Could come down here and bounce off at a 200. But All right. I'm gonna take a call right here on Google. I'm only gonna. This is a risky call. Um, but I'm gonna use the day low as stop loss. So I'm gonna try to catch a bottom right here. If it breaks the low, then I'm out.
Right,
So I'm jumping in Google right now.
rejected. Hold on.
Did you get in?
No, sorry, something happened. I'm gonna get in now.
So my stop on Google is gonna be the bottom of this low. So if Google break down here, I'm gonna be out.
All right, you're in a 162.50.
I'm in a 162.50. I just got in. If it breaks here, I'm getting out. I'm trying to catch the bottom of this because it's sitting as support right here. I'm still in my Tesla calls too, guys. So I'm still in my Tesla calls too. How are we looking on Google?
Break even. 2%.
If you guys are just joining in, I got into Google. I'm taking it right here at the bottom. If it breaks the low, then I'm out. Right now, I'm up 3% on this. The reason why I took this is because it's hitting yesterday's high, which it's using as support. If it break below this, I'll be out. Okay, I'll be out. So I'm letting you guys know right now, I'll be out. Let's see. All right, I'm up 5% on Google right now. Probably gonna look for a little bit more push, and then I might trim some right here. Like I said, I'm right in a risky zone. So if you take some off the table, take some off the table. All right, guys. So we're in again. If you just joining in, I got in Google calls. I'm taking it right here at the bottom. I take it because it's hitting on the support line. 1, 2, 3. It hit on the support line. A break below this, and I'll close it. Okay, a break below this, and I'll close it. I'm trying to catch the bottom right here. So I'm in Google calls right now. We were up 5%. Now we're up 1%. Okay. Um, it's looking like it's about to break. How much time we got left? 6 minutes on this. Tesla is coming down. All right, I'm coming. I'm getting out of Google. I still like Google to the upside, but with this, because it break the low, I got out. It still can go up. I still think it can go up, but I just got out. And this is where I always say taking profits is not a bad idea. Because just now I was up on a trade. Yeah, it's 5%, but I was up on a trade. And sometimes it's like, you can take profits. I was looking for a little bit more push up and I didn't take that push up. I didn't take it out and it came right back down. And then it's hitting on the 200.
Those all hyper.
uh, I wasn't looking at a 5 minute. I think I saw it on the 5 minute though, but I just wasn't. I wasn't thing. It's all good. So Google is still hitting on a support level on the 5 minute. It's touching the 200 right now on the 5 minute. Breaking that.
Where's Mia? Is it cold today?
It's a little bit chilly. So Google is breaking back down. I feel like it's gonna pop up in there.
Ooh, spy.
What is this? 5 minute, 15 minute
Inside.
inside bar. Yep.
Could be projecting. Check out the other time frames. Still inside.
So we're inside on the 30. 18 minutes left. We're below VWAP. Inside on the 1 hour. And on a 4 hour. Yeah, 4 hours, but the 4 hours above the 200. So come down to test the 200. And then pop up, bounce off of that 200 at 57, 557.90. I feel like Tesla is gonna want to do the divergence right here. Set up for the divergence to come down, test here. Set up the divergence for the 15 minute to bounce back up.
Why my back hurt?
Right?
You would have swore it would be you.
All right, guys. So if you're just joining in, the only trade that I'm in right now, I'm in Tesla calls. See this? Did it go and touch the 50? So Google is popping back up, guys. Oh. Fucking. You have your rules, so you got to stick to your rules. That's all I got to say with that. If you got your rules, you stick to your rules and you can't complain about it, right? Um, I like Google to the upside. It's finding support at the yesterday's high. It's using yesterday's high as support. I got in, it broke the low, so I got out. So it was a small trade as far as that for me, but I still like it to the upside. Okay, I still like it to the upside. I'm still in Tesla calls. I'm in Tesla calls right now. I like Google still to the upside. With Google, right now we have 22 seconds left in this 15-minute. We're still above. We're still above the 200. So the next candle coming in, a break. I would like to see a push down, test the 200, and then once it tests the 200, bounce off the 200, break this 15-minute candle, and we're gonna go past day high. We're gonna push past day high at that point. So right now we're still below VWAP. I would like to see Google to drop down, test the 200, and from here break the 15 to the upside. If it doesn't break the 15, we're not bullish. Okay. With Tesla, I'm still in Tesla calls. Um, the reason I got in Tesla calls is because it's a 2-2 reversal on the day. So because it's a 2-2 reversal on the day, I took it, right, with a target at 292. Okay. A break above this, Tesla is going to be very bullish. I'm bullish on Tesla already, but this is just showing that the reversal is coming in on the on here. So with Google, fuck man, I'd have been up again on Google, but it's okay. With Google, Google is still good. But we want to see the break of this 15. A break of this 15 will put you at higher highs at that point. Right now we're having lower highs, lower lows on the 15-minute candle, but a break above this will put us in higher highs. It will confirm the push back up to the upside as far as the reversal back to the upside. Today's what? Thursday?
Yes. Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Okay. All right, here we go on Google, guys. A break above this 15 and we'll be bullish again. And I'm going to take another trade on Google if we break above here.
Indeed. Yeah.
Sucks.
Which account?
Yeah. What's the other one? Yeah,
Yeah, what?
that one.
Oh, okay.
So you haven't broke yet. Still playing within that range. So if you guys are joining in right now, I'm in Tesla calls. So if you guys are joining in right now, I'm in Tesla calls. And I'm looking at Google calls. Not right now. I was in Google calls earlier and I closed because it break the low. Okay. I got in right at the bottom and it was like a 20 or 30 cents difference between where I got in and where my stop was. So right here, now Google is back above where I entered. If I had kept it, I would have been in a positive, but I'm sticking to my rules. Okay. You got to stick to your trading rules. So now I'll wait for it to break the 15 and then I'll get in again. Okay. This now will confirm because I got in because it's using yesterday's high as support. And now it's still above the 200, right? It's closing above the 200 on the 15-minute. So with this, a break above the 15 will create a higher high situation. Um, and then at that point, I'll take it to the upside back again. Mm-mm-mm. All right, so Tesla is looking decent. Again, I'm still bullish on Tesla. Target 292. First target is 292, followed by followed by 295, then 300. On the day, let's look at Tesla on the day. So 292 will be first target right here at the 200. And then the next target, let me make sure I take this down. Then the next target, next target will be 293 area, followed by 295, which I already have in there. Don't make sense on 295. All right, let's take a look at Google. Google is pushing back up. Google is looking to break right here. Fuck, man. All right, Google just broke the 15, guys.
Okay.
So I'm gonna jump into Google calls. I'm jumping into Google calls again.
Being 165 called.
We're in Google 165 calls. First target should be day high. This target is close, but all right, here we go as far as the push on Google. You know, you have some traders out there that don't listen when you do call outs and they kept their contract still. So if you kept your contract still, you would be up a lot more. But again, I closed mine. So I just jumped back into Google.
So Google calls.
Google calls, I'm in 165 Google calls and I'm in Tesla calls as well.
What did he say? Don't press that. You gotta go into the.
Could you see in there? Because I don't want to put it on this.
It's on twice.
What's their name? Hey guys, can you mute your speaker? All right, so looking good on Tesla, looking good on Google. For those of you who are scared about Tesla, I've been in Tesla, but this is would be a great spot to get Tesla. If Tesla breaks the 15, it's just going to confirm the reversal to the upside. I'm already in Tesla calls with my target at 292. Tesla just reversed on the 15-minute, so it confirmed the reversal on the 15 minutes. So if it's a case where you're watching and you're thinking, all right, I'm down or whatnot, it just reversed. So in a sense, you could get the contracts for cheaper. All right, Tesla is pushing. So for those of you who are just joining me on TikTok or on YouTube, um, we're live in our Discord. So with this, I'm in right now. I'm in Google calls and I'm in Tesla calls. Okay. So Tesla just reversed on the 15-minute to the upside, and Google also reversed on the 15-minute to the upside. So with Google, first target is gonna, of course, be day high for first target, followed by on Google. Followed by on Google, we're gonna have 6423. So 6423. Actually, not 6423, but 64. Right. Let me bring this over here. Let me delete that. So first target is going to be 64. We have a rejection off of 64 the last time. So 64. Then we're going to have 65. Okay. So 65 is your psych level. 65 is going to be a next psych level on Google. So 165 is going to be a next psych level. But as far as target for the day, you could look for Google to um, at least touch day high. If we break above day high, for sure, we're gonna go up to 164 followed by 165. Now we should head in that direction. We have a reversal on the 15-minute to the upside. We have Tesla pushing back up, like I said. If you guys had got in Tesla when it broke, you would have been up $2 right now on Tesla. Um, So there we go. Market pushing back up. Here we go on Tesla. Nice push on Tesla, guys. Nice pop on Tesla right here.
Heck?
What is that?
Dude,
Oh no.
puzzle.
Yeah.
It's weird. Doing too much TikTok.
Okay, so nice push on Tesla, guys. Nice push on Tesla. Back at break even on Tesla. If you guys are jumping on Tesla, you guys should have been up right here, on the jump up of Tesla, right? Google, we're in Google as well. What you could do, babe, is bring up
Yeah, because this
thing.
is so much fun.
Here we go on Tesla, guys. Nice push on Tesla. Nice push on Tesla right here. We're breaking day high on Tesla, guys. So there we go. We're up on Tesla right now.
Are you supposed to be on? Because it's not.
Nice push on Tesla, guys. So the target for Tesla is 292.50. Okay, 292.50 is the target for Tesla. We have a nice push. We have a little red zone right here, but a nice push on Tesla right now. Up 10% right now on Tesla. There we go. Nice push right here, guys. Nice push.
Pull back.
Hmm?
Says pull back.
Yeah, just a little bit. Hit a little sell zone right here at 88.10, right at 288. Hit a sell zone. So there's people that are gonna take profit before that 290. There's people that's gonna take profit before the 290. 292 is the first target, like I said. But at 290, expect some kind of sell off at 290. 290 is gonna be a psych level, okay, guys? 290 will be a psych level, so you will have some kind of thing right there. Right now, we hit a little sell zone right here. That's why you see that pullback.
So I pull this up so we have it. So regardless, we're up on Google and up on Tesla.
What you have for Google?
How much time in that candle?
12 minutes
it's
left
a
in
new.
this candle.
Okay.
Here we go, guys. So whoever is joining in right now, we're in Tesla calls and we're in Google calls. If you had got Tesla at the bottom, like I said, I called out Tesla earlier. I mentioned to you guys as well as far as the 2-2 reversal on Tesla on the 15-minute. From there to the pop-up, that was $5. Okay. From there to the pop-up, that was $5. So that was great profit in a sense. I'm still in Tesla. Right here, we're gonna have this push. The first target is gonna be 292.50. Here we go. We're pushing. But remember, we're going to have some kind of rejection at 290. So we might have some kind of pullback at 290. So if you're in some type of profit, make sure you're scaling out of your contracts. Okay. Right now, we're at a little sell zone. That's why we have that pullback at 298 18. There's a little sell zone right there. I think we're gonna break through that. If we break through that, then we're gonna see 290 followed by 292 is my target. 292 is gonna be where the 200 is sitting. Okay, so here we go, pushing again on Tesla. Up right now, 20% on Tesla. I'm gonna take some contracts off right here. Up 20% on Tesla, so I'm taking some off.
Okay.
Nice push right here on Tesla. Keep pushing.
Took off. So
Okay.
tell me when you're ready for the nine.
We're still in Google as well. We're still
Oh,
nice push right here on Tesla, guys. Nice push right here on Tesla. Google with a pop up right here. Again, this is going to be the next 5 minute candle, guys. So if we have a pullback, we might have a pullback, but we're still seeing a push.
so go to a small time frame so you can monitor this. So tell me.
No top on the 5 minutes. So I'm expecting a pop up right here on Tesla. I want to see a pop and a big continuation. All time frames are green except from the week on Tesla right now. All time frames are green. Google, y'all should be in profit right now on Google. Here we go on Tesla. Want to see this pop, a break above here, break above the 5. Here we go. Break above the 5. Let's see the push. Again, right at 290, you might see some type of rejection. Okay. Right at 290, you might see some type of rejection. We're at 289.90 right now. Okay. There's gonna be people that might be taking profit right here. Okay. So bear that in mind. So if you're up a lot and you have a lot of contracts, then scale out of your contracts. Make sure you're taking some type of profit.
Are you taking yours? I'm holding.
Yeah.
Hold?
Yeah, we scaled out, right?
Yeah, but you said and now you're at 30. Come on, push.
And this is where two guys, like just now we was up 30% on our contracts. Now we're up 10% with that pullback. Little over 10% right now in our contracts. Here we go. This is a push. Here's a push on Google too.
Google, you're at 10%.
Google, we're up 10% on Google. Right there.
Yeah. Tesla playing games. Come on, man. You trying to go back down?
Yeah, we're coming back down on Tesla. All right. Tesla. Here we go. All right, guys. So still watching Tesla right here. Watching Google as well. Google is pushing up 10% on Google. If Tesla, guys, if Tesla breaks my 5 minute, I'm going to close because I'm already in profit. I don't want to green trade go red. So if Tesla closes below, if the new 5 minute come in, break this 5 minute here, I'm gonna close my Tesla calls. Yeah, the target is up there, and I know where my target is, but I don't want a green trade go red. I'm still up 10% right now on Google on Tesla. Was up 30% earlier. 15-minute candle looks good. 15-minute candle looks bullish to the upside. I don't want to close it, but I don't want to close it. I don't want to close it. Fuck it. I don't want to close it but we could come back down to test VWAP at
We're up
84.
20% on Google.
Up 20% on Google, guys.
What's
I'm
the
looking
target on
for
Google? The green line?
Google first target to me is going to be at day high. A break above day high is going to be the next target will be 64. So Google is pushing up right now. If you want to scale some out of Google, you can. We're up 20%, over 20% on Google. So if you want to scale out of Google, trim some, then trim some. Okay.
Not trim some. Trim some at 20.
So we just trimmed some. My wife just trimmed some of the contracts off of Google. Here we go on Tesla. A break above this, guys, and we're going to push, right? A break above this, and we're going to push on our Tesla. A break below this, and we could come back down to VWAP, which I'm not looking forward to. So that's why I said I'll close.
Come on, Google.
All right, we got 3 minutes here left in this 15-minute candle.
20% on Google.
Seeing a push on Tesla, just needed to go in effect right here. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go on Tesla. A break on this and we're going to push more. Here we go, guys. You just
Over
broke.
20%.
So over 20% now on Tesla. We was up 30 before, then we had a pullback. So that's why I say sometimes you trim, because when it goes back to that price, then you're not going to be up the same amount. So that's why I always say trim. That's why I trim at the top. All right. So right now we're pushing. Remember, 290, you're going to have some kind of level.
You hit it? 290?
mm,
No.
290, 289.30.
289.30.
Right? So at 290, here we go on Tesla. Both Tesla and Google, you should be up minimum 20%. Okay? Minimum 20%. If you had jumped in when I told you the reversal on the 15-minute on Tesla, then you would have been up probably over 50%. Not probably, you should be over 50% on Tesla. All right? So here we go on Tesla. A break of any of the 5-minute low, and I'm out of the I'm out of Tesla trade. A break of any 5-minute low, I'm out of Tesla trade. I'm saying that right now. We don't have any more news coming in, right? 10:30 natural gas.
It's past that.
Past that. All right, so here we go. Google is pushing, guys. Google is
Still
20.
20%.
Google is 30 cents away from target.
I don't like how
Fuck, man.
Tesla trying to play with people's emotions.
I don't like how Tesla closing on this 5. I don't like how Tesla closing on this 5.
1 second to get his act right.
All right, new 15-minute right here. Fuck. It's gonna break this 5.
I'm
But
closing it.
it's gonna break this 5.
Is
All
there a
right.
top on that?
All right. Yeah, there's a top.
I'm not
All right.
playing with you.
It's gonna break the 5 and push up. Fucking. I'm following my rule, so I'm out of Tesla.
Take our profits and go.
Tesla is still bullish, guys.
Yeah.
It's gonna create a 3 on this. It's gonna push up. It's gonna break that 5. Create a 3 and push up. But again, Tesla can always drop down to VWAP. So this is where it's being disciplined, guys. No matter what, you have to be disciplined in your trades and make sure you're taking profits. So my thing was, if Tesla break the previous 5, I'm out. Tesla is bullish, guys. So 292. I know we're probably gonna hit 292, but I don't want to get in a position where I'm up. Just recently, like I said, we was up 30% on Tesla, right? We scale out a Tesla at 30%, but now we sell the other ones at less, right? So sometimes it's like, do you take your profit there or you wait for your profit to go where it needs to go? Okay. But one thing I don't like a green trade going red. Okay. I was down in Tesla. So when I was telling you guys to get in calls in Tesla, I was down probably 30 or 40% on Tesla. Okay. So Tesla reversed back because again, I got in Tesla based on the day's high. Okay. Tesla has a 2-2 reversal on the day, target set for 292, followed by 295. Okay. So are we gonna have some type of pullback? Yes, you have to expect pullback, but this is not futures and this is not forex. Okay. In futures and forex, we can do that because our target is set in one place. Our money, our profit is set in stone. We know what we're gonna make on futures. We know what we're gonna make on forex. With options, you don't know what you're gonna make because the price could go up just like it did. You're up like we was 30%. A little pullback costs you to be at 10%. Okay. So now when it get back to that level, we was at 20%. We was not 30% anymore. Okay. So that's what you have to pay attention to. Google right now is
30% on Google.
30% up, and we're about to break day high on Google. Um, the first target on Google, we're 20 cents away from first target, 13 cents away from first target on Google. If Google break this day high, then we're going to push more. Okay. Tesla is doing exactly what I think it's going to do. I think it's going to continue up. Right. But I'm following my trading plan. And my trading plan was if it breaks that 5, my trading plan was I'm closing it no matter what. Okay. So profit is always good. I don't care what it is, as long as it's green, it's profit, is good. I know people that will take 1% profit. Okay. For me, I like a minimum of 10% on my trades, a minimum. So if I'm up 10%, then I start trimming somewhere along that line. The reason why is because if you're up 10% and that's your minimum, and then now your trade drop down to where you're now at break even or you're losing, that could be painful. And I've been through situations. I've been trading for a while. So I've been through situations where I'm up 50% and didn't take profit because I'm thinking, oh, this is my target and my target is right here. So I'm not selling until it gets to my target. And what will happen is your contract, while it's up right now, your pullback will cause your contract to decrease in value. And then when it gets to your target, you're not up that much. You're probably up the same amount that you was up earlier in the morning. So you have to pay attention to that and make sure you're taking your profits. All right. Still bullish on Tesla, still bullish on Google. I closed all my Teslas out. And right now we're up 30% on Google.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't stop.
Up 30% on Google. Um, if it breaks day high, guys, 64 is the next target. So look for 64 to be your next target on Google. Um, I got 10 more minutes before I do a hard stop. So if you guys are looking at anything and you want me to look at it before I leave, then let me know. I got 10 more minutes before a hard stop. We just reversed back
Oh, I got it. Says I'm putting.
on
Oh, I put
Google.
a trailer.
Okay. You could put a trail and stuff on Google. So my wife is putting a trail. Hey, it's one thing I love. I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
Not
My
trying to
wife,
take
my
profits.
wife keep me in check in certain situations. My wife don't like to lose money. My wife, and nobody likes to lose money, right? But if my wife see green, then it's green, baby. So with that, she's not in going back and say, yo, I was up. She hate that. She'll be pissed. So while she's up and she's over a certain percentage, she put her trailing stop in right away. Okay. So if she's up over 20%, she's gonna put a trailing stop in. Automatically, she's gonna
That
put a
shit
trailing
hurts. Be
stop in.
up 30% and then to go back down the red. I ain't
Yeah,
trying to do
I
that.
mean, we
No.
was up 30% on Tesla, and then we sold some, but at the end of the day, we sold some for less. And that's where I'm talking about. Like, you have to make sure that you're taking profit regardless. Okay? Because now if we didn't sell any at 30% and then we only sold all of them right at 10%, would have been pissed off. Would have been like, man, we was up 30%, but now we only sold at 10%. Right? Tesla just reversed back on the 5 minutes, so we should see a push back up to the upside on Tesla. Like I said, I closed it out. I hated that I closed it out because I know exactly what it was gonna do, but I have to follow my trading plan. At the end of the day, it could have came back down to VWAP, but it's pushing. It's breaking right now. Right now, it's at 289.22. Look for it to hit 290 and might have some type of rejection at 290. Okay, you might have some type of rejection at 290. Why? Because 290 is a psych level.
Oh, it took you out.
Took me out.
Yeah.
Okay, so Google
Trailing
took me
stop.
out. Trailing stop took me out of Google.
Yeah, because you don't want less than 20%.
Yeah. So the trailing stop took me out of Google guys,
But
but
still bullish.
again, I'm still bullish on both of these. Okay, Tesla is breaking back up to the upside.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
so so so
It's gonna
this
hurt.
this is where sometimes I'll get some type of way with my wife, but she did the right thing either way, right? She did the right thing either way. But if any one of you kept your Tesla calls, um, you should be up, and especially if you bought it down here,
You should be up, up.
especially if you bought it down here, right? Let me go back here and show you guys. So these are the things that I look at. So that's why for me, when I'm doing call outs, and I'm gonna be doing a boot camp teaching stuff like this as well, guys. So if you're interested in a boot camp, just let me know. You gotta DM me and let me know. All right. But right here, first, let's go to the day on Tesla. Okay. The day on Tesla, it's a 2-2 reversal. This is not, I wouldn't call this a hammerhead, technically. But it is kind of like a hammerhead, right? So you're gonna have a bullish move if it break that. But this is also considered a 2-2 reversal. Now I see that the 200 is up here. Now, if you're on TikTok, you're not gonna see my charts. If you're in my Discord, you will see my charts, or if you're on YouTube, you'll see my charts. So if you go to official George Trades, you'll see my charts, right? So at the break of the day high, You see right here, 200 sits at 292. So that's why I said my first target once it's break, it will be 292, which also coincide with the body of the candle, the previous body of the candle. Now, the next target will be the top of the candle, which is the wick. That target is 293.28, right? But then you have a next level, which is 295. Once you break 292, you're going to have your next cycle level, which is 295. Okay. So those you have to think about psych levels where people are going to be selling. If you notice, we're getting close to 290 and then we keep on coming down, right? Because people right now are selling, right? Now, when you go down to the 15, I got in, right? I love the fact that we closed above. I like the fact that we closed above the 200. So when it came down, it popped up. I got in the call right away, okay? Because we closed above the 200. We used previous day high as support. I got in. Price dropped down, but I wasn't worried. The reason why I wasn't worried because I saw the 2-2 reversal, and because I saw the 2-2 reversal, I know that it had to go back up. Not 100% of the times, but my stop loss was day low. Okay. So once I saw the break of the 15-minute, which is at 10:15, once I saw the break of that candle, I immediately say, if you haven't bought, if you're thinking about buying, if you're on the sideline, now is the time to get in because we reverse on the 15-minute. So that means we're going back up, which from the time it reversed and I called that out, we moved up $7 from the time we got up. So if you got in that call, you would have been way over 50% at that point because I was down about 20%. And then when it popped up back, I was at break even. Okay. So then I got to 30% on mine. So that means that you should have been more than 50% at that point. Okay. So those are the things that I say, like the trades that I take, I make sure I'm not just going into any trade and just risking it like that. Right now on Google this morning, I had Google, right? I got into Google earlier. I took a loss on Google, but a small loss because I got it right at the bottom and my stop loss was about 20 cents, right? I tried to catch it right at the bottom and I said if it break that 15-minute, then I'm closing it. It broke the 15-minute just to come back up close above the 200. So at that point I said, listen, I'm going to wait for the reversal on the 15-minute for me to take it again. Okay. It reversed on the 15-minute, took it right there, took it up. I said day high is going to be the target. Right now it's at day high. Okay. Day high is 163.20. It's at 163.16. Okay. Right there, we hit target. I can't say anything else. We hit target. If we break above day high, the next target is 164. Okay. If we break above day high, next target 164.06, followed by 165. All right. So I'm about to jump off. I got 3 minutes. My hard stop is at 11 o'clock. Grateful and thankful that I'm able to help and make people money so that they could change their lives. I'm coming out with a boot camp soon, right? So with a boot camp, I'll teach you all of what I've learned, what I've spent years learning from different people, but I came up with my own style. And with that, you have to follow that as well. Not because somebody is doing something that means that you have to do the same thing. Learn from them and then you turn it into your own, tweak it. Okay. We just broke day high on Google. So Google hit target. So Google is pushing right now. So Google hit target, guys. Google hit target. All
So
right.
Google's at 40%.
So Google
40 now.
Google would have been up 40% for us right now, but we got trailed out. Okay. So we was trailing Google because we was up 30%. We was trailing Google, so we got stopped out. Okay. So with that said, guys, much love. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. That's it. All right.